Okay. Hello, hello, and welcome.
Hello. Are we live?
So low key there, Joe. Hello.
Hello. I've been practicing.
Okay, well that's awesome.
Oh, welcome to Done Deal. VaporJoe's live with Tiger and VaporJoe.
Yeah, that's me. And he's
Where
Joe.
North America comes together to bring you the best deals. I just invented that right there.
And we're even going to bring you some music too. I'm a
We
little
got
like
music tonight?
queuing it up tonight. Oh yeah, absolutely.
We going with a little Barry White or something? A little deeper with the voice.
Oh, you want me to dig out the Barry White?
No. I want people to stay here.
Okay, all right. Don't say I didn't offer. Well, welcome everybody. Let's see. We got what we got. We got 107 people in the room right now. Way to go, East Coasters! Staying up late, hanging out Saturday night to vape and hear about great deals.
Yeah, I just got back from on Envy. 760 people in that show, man. Holy shit. We're going to talk about chaos. It was chaos. Vaughn was having such a hard time keeping up with us. I thought we broke it. We broke it there for a while and came back.
And to answer your question, Tech Matlock, I love West Coasters. I'm a West Coaster, but let's face it, it's not that late for us, so it's not quite such a feat to still be here. Oh, Twisted's got a man crush. And Horn O'Plenty. Yes.
Horn O'Plenty.
Oh, hey, I don't name the people. I just read the names, Joe. It finally showed up this week. Yay!
That thing looks amazing.
It is amazing. I have been loving it. I've hardly put it down for 2 days. Rick. Oh, wait a minute. Rick is king. We've been through this. Now I figured out how to say it again. Awesome. You're going to be very happy with that. Buds Vape, this is a Poldiac from Vapor. Here, let me show you. I have pictures. There we go. That is what I'm vaping. That was, some of you were here in the room the night that happened. Joe and my rebuildable guru, also broadcasting here on VapeStrong, Corey, otherwise known as Darkside Vapor, went together and fixed me up with an incredibly awesome mechanical mod, this Poldiac. So
You can't stop telling people I got that for you because they're going to start thinking I'm nice and it's going to ruin my reputation.
Oh, okay. Well, there's only a little over, let's see now, 112 people in the room plus me and you. So, like, it'll be our little secret, Joe. We won't let it get out.
I'm fucked now. You just ruined it. People are going to think I'm nice. It's just horrible.
Okay, everybody, don't go spreading rumors about Joe's niceness.
Say Scrooge VaporJoe. He's an asshole. It's perfect right there. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know. I think it'll take a lot to convince me of that.
So, welcome to the Deal Show. We have lots of deals for you tonight.
We do.
How are things there, Tiger? Are you able to pull up some pics?
I did actually pull together a few pics of this week's highlights.
Did you happen to bring in?
Do you want to start? Or did I bring in what?
The Russian?
No, but I will go get it for you if you want to start talking about it.
Yeah, go get the Russian. She's really hot too. No. VaporTech USA yesterday night launched the Russian 91. The Russian 91 is the K-Fun Lite clone. It's extremely well built. Todd, who from Todd's reviews, gave it a glowing review. VaporTech is selling it 40 cents more expensive than the co-op. It is expensive. It's a $62 RBA, but Todd says this is built better than the K-Fun in some places. Yes, it's $62 at that link right there.
Not too often that the clone outperforms, exceeds expectations, and
he said due to the airflow control, it's wonderful. So I'm going to talk to Venerable Vaping and see if he can't somehow finagle away one of them up to a pretty girl up in Canada who likes to rebuild because, well, I don't rebuild, so.
We'll get you. We'll get you yet. I keep telling you, resistance is futile.
It'll happen eventually, but yes, for $62, this can be yours. Like I said, it's only 40 cents over the co-op price. Somebody in here just said it's a $90 rebuildable. It is, but VaporTech likes to sell things cheaper. Not Fast Tech, VaporTech, an American merchant. Izzy Natural wants to know why I don't rebuild. Because perfect. There, he just answered you. Because I'm lazy. I want to fill in vape. I want to use my cardo tanks. I want to use my carts. I want to use like a pyro claramizer or what have you. I have plenty of rebuildables. They're in my zombie apocalypse box. But I even buy wick and wire just in case. So one day maybe Tyger will be able to get me rebuilding. And her, she'll have to manipulate me.
We're working on it. I'll tell you. I haven't given up yet. Holding out hope.
Now, as far as another deal that has nothing to do with vaping, I'm wearing these right here. These are the Beats audio knockoffs from Fast Tech. They're called the X8s. These are fantastic. Buy them. They're some of the beautiful for like $13. They're working great. Okay, what you got to show us, Tyger? I see you pulling up a picture.
I was, and I didn't mean to cut out the corner of your K-food clone. See, I can't even say it. Shoot, I had it all lined up in my head and didn't quite pull it off. Alliteration, a little alliteration for Saturday night. Let's see if I can grab that screen region. This was exciting to me because I'm crazy about double anodizing. Dual anodizing just makes my day. Those came up this week, and yeah, I was cheering. So pretty. I gotta get you guys a link for that too. Let's see what I can do for you. Let's see if I can do it without blocking the picture. No, I can't. You'll have to wait until we're done with the picture.
Yeah, these are usually like, anywhere I looked for these, they're running anywhere between $4 and $5 a piece.
I've seen them for higher than that. Oh my goodness. Jay, you win. 79 drip tips in his cart right now.
God damn.
You're worse than me, man.
Well, he needs to vape, it's like, what is that? That would be like one drip tip every 3 days? Like, a brand new one and one every 3 days?
Well, I know he liked the Jade as well. So
I got a couple of the Jade ones, and I bought these too.
I haven't got mine coming yet. I'm still debating which ones I want. I think I'm gonna go with the gray. Oh, and the Jade aren't even part of that. Oh, Jay, you're the king. Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to see the Jade ones. I hope they're cut well. I hope they're not rough. I hope they're smooth.
Oh, we have got a picture of an RSST build. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Oh.
Well, it's gonna happen.
I'm looking at it right now. It looks like a rebuildable.
It looks like a rebuildable. Does it really?
It looks like I see coil. I see wick there. It looks great.
Hey, all good things. All good things. Let's have a look. Looks good.
In your opinion, is it a good build?
He's got lots of wraps on there, thick wire, so that'll bring up the resistance a little bit, so it's not too low ohm. How's it performing? That's the important part. Because the one thing I'm missing is a picture of it fired up. I want to see how even it's heating, but you tell me. If it's giving you a great vape, it's working. Nice. Way to go. Enjoy. They're nice saddies. have been some troubles with leaking, but I was recently given an article, and I haven't had a chance to go look at it, on how to solve that. Some of them do seem to have problems leaking down that center post, but
somebody's complaining about Fastech's customer service. I had to return something and I got my money back pretty quick, and Smokey did too. But you know, everybody's different. I'm not here to support their customer service. I'm just here to support their prices. If you want customer service, shop locally.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, there are some of the clones and some of the cheaper devices that do have, you know, like that are exceeding expectations. Some of them less so. In some cases, it is a case of you get what you pay for. You know, like the Sentinel clone, I was surprised how good the threading on it was.
Right.
I think some people are having problems with the Sentinel, if that might be one of the ones you're talking about there, because of the aluminum head. And the thing is, aluminum is a very soft metal. When you're threading into that 510 adapter, you want to be really gentle, really careful. We talked a little bit about it last week, but for those of you who missed it, when you are threading an atomizer on there, start by turning backwards. You'll feel a little click, a little pop when it seats in. That's when you then turn around and start threading it in forward, and it'll go beautifully. Don't over tighten. It doesn't need to be torqued on there. Just making a connection and firm enough that it's not gonna, you know, twist off. So.
Right. With the it's like aluminum's kind of like a metal clay in a sense. Like if you over tighten that too much, I mean, or put it in there too much, you're gonna ruin your device.
Yeah, take those threads right out.
What I like to do is if you're not big into having a gap, leave a 510 to 510 connector in there, and you'll save your thread, and then you can just thread into the 510 connector if you're not using like an RBA. Well, you're probably going to be using an RBA, but for somebody like me, I like to save my threads, so a lot of times I'll leave a 510 to 510 in there. The threads on the mod always stay pristine, and if you mess up the threads in your 510 connector, you just get another one.
Right on. So what else you got, Joe?
Well, now this is in the States. I'm not sure about international. I'm sure he ships international, but the only reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's so cheap. sunnyvaping.com, here's the link, is doing a Smoke Tech Magneto mod for $38.
Oh, wow.
It's really cheap. I'm sure we have people here in the States that are watching. If you want to go there and pick one up. I'm not sure about his prices international, but he only had 44 of them. So, and I just put it up, and I wanted to make sure everybody got into it, had the ability to get in on it if they wanted to. So the Smoke Tech will not fire dual coils. Why is that? There'd be no reason why, Meg.
Yeah, no, I don't understand that one. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, I think it will. Yeah, I think it will fire dual coils.
Joe, I'm gonna leave these nice viewers in your capable hands for a few moments. I've got to run off cam just for a sec. I will be back.
Yeah, Tiger's going to Voop. She'll be back.
Don't even tell him that.
When it comes in terms of a dual coil and a mechanical, there should be no difference. There's no wiring or electronics preventing it from firing a dual coil, like say on a original lava tube or something. So it's direct battery to coil contact. So it's gonna work. If it's a pin issue, I know there's issues with the center pin in the sense that you cannot. Well, somebody says it won't touch the contact. Somebody was saying that the contacts in this are a little deep, and that's true. Again, try a 510 to 510 adapter as your last resort. I know that gapping is going to make it look like shit, but if you want to get a connection, usually if the connector is too deep, you put a 510 to 510 in there, and it should clear it up. I'm not sure on the Russian 91 cow food. I really don't know if it comes with in both SS or the clear tanks. I'm not sure. It's just what's up on the page. When I ran that so fast because everybody was running like crazy to get it, so I put it up as fast as I could so everybody can take advantage of it. He had something like 400 of them. I don't know how many he has left, but I think they're down into less than 100. So let's look for other deals. I have no control over the pictures right now because Tiger's not here, but we can go into other deals. Let's see here. Just perusing my site real fast. I go to my own site for deals. Okay, so Fast Tech just came out with a KWX10, aka a mini Pro Tank clone. Here's the link for that. She's back. Okay, I'm showing them the mini Pro Tank.
Oh, okay. Well, let me help. I think I can.
And somebody just said the Magneto deal is now over. I guess it ended at midnight.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll have to take that down. But that is the link to the new mini Pro Tanks that just popped up on Fast Tech. I'm not going to go out on a limb and say they're made by Kanger, but they look exactly like a mini Pro Tank. I have one right here. Let me just wait till I have one right here. It looks exactly like this. No difference whatsoever. They work phenomenal. To me, they are actually better than the original Pro Tank.
Oh, wow. That's saying a lot. Because you were frozen for just a moment. When I capture a screen region, it does that to us. So there we go. And the neat part is, I don't know if you already mentioned that, Joe. They're available in gold as well. So for those of you with
yeah, I'm gonna have to get me one of those. match my jewelry. No, but if you have one of these and you're looking at it, it looks exactly the same. I mean, there's no difference, and they're confirming that it is steel and Pyrex. So.
Thanks, folks. I'm catching up on some of the comments I missed. You're all too kind. Vapor Saint, I do. I put TygerTyger in my tank. There is a juice here in Canada called TygerTyger, made by one of my favorite juice maker, Darkside Vapor, my co-host on Friday nights.
Tech Matlock says, Joe, did you grow up in a ghetto neighborhood? No, I didn't. I didn't grow up in a ghetto neighborhood. I grew up in Jersey, but not in a ghetto neighborhood. Upper middle class. This isn't from Kanger. I'm not sure if it's from Kanger. It's not. Fastec is very good on putting the proper name in with their stuff. So if it's Kanger, they're going to put Kanger in there. If it's not, they'll just call it what they did, the XW, the KWX10, because they don't want to be accused of selling stuff that didn't come from the manufacturer. So to me, it looks exactly the same. So I'm going to say no, it's not Kanger right now, but who knows? You can go. I think you can go over to sunvapors.com. Hold on, let me give you the link. He has Magnetos too. They're about $10 more though. But if you haven't gotten one of these yet, get one. The $8 one, so cheap.
Yes, I agree, Chef Dude. There seems to be a little bit of confusion about materials sometimes. Something gets lost in translation between the Chinese and English or something, or they're just, confused about it to start with. Actually, at one point, they were advertising that one of the tanks was made of Pyrex plastic, so you figure that one out. I can't. But
or porcelain for the drip tip.
What I will say about this one, and you can't tell everything from the picture, so don't go by that, but the picture does suggest glass. We're not going to know until they actually confirm, and there is a discussion open on that product right now, so we're hoping they're going to shed some more light on that, or until somebody has one in hand. So we're anxiously awaiting more word on that, but I'm hoping these are actually Pyrex.
Somebody wants to know if I'm using a mic on my headset. No. See this right here? This little thing right here? That's my mic. This is what I break out for the shows, and then I have a normal headset with mic for regular shows. Let's see.
As for the real Pro Tank heads, again, I think that's going to be a question we're not going to be able to answer tonight. Fast Tech's really good, not always about putting it up right away, but within a couple days they'll put up right within the post what the replacement heads are. So we'll watch for that. We'll keep you posted. Again, in the meantime, if someone ends up getting one in hand, get back to us, let us know.
Sorry, I'm just typing. I'm doing deals. I'm doing deals as we're doing the deal show. Remember,
You're a workaholic.
I am. 12 hours a day.
I'm enjoying the
7
company.
days a week. Somebody says I sound like Howard Stern. I get that a lot. I don't get. Do I sound like Howard Stern to you? I don't sound like Howard Stern.
You don't sound like him, but the inflections and I get what they're saying. Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I don't have a head of curly hair though.
And Val Divino, I am Tiger from Canada.
It's a Jersey thing.
Yeah, a Joyzy thing.
Yeah,
what,
that's
what,
Tiger
what are those? What are those big green fruits that grow? They're big and green, Joe.
What?
Oh, you know what I'm trying to get you to say.
Oh, watermelon.
Oh, you just wrecked it for me again. Come on.
It's watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm really liking this. This is the Arrow tank by Smoke Tech. There's no real deals going on with these. Actually, there is deal. I don't know if they have any left.
Yeah.
Let me go find it.
Okay. You find it, and I'll find the nice folks at home a picture.
These things are great. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put a link because this is really more about just because this is from Mad Vapes, and you know Mad Vape shipping to Canada is redonkulous. But
yeah.
if you can find a vendor in Canada or abroad that has the Arrow Pyrex tank, buy one. These things are amazing. They're like Pyrex versions of EVODs. They're like EVODs on steroids.
Now,
does CEV store have them?
Not yet, to the best of my knowledge. Now help me out, Joe. Did I get that right? Is there a difference between the plastic and the Pyrex? Is that what we're talking about?
No,
right?
those are the plastic ones.
Those
are the ones that
plastic
look like
ones.
just regular old EVODs. They have ones that are much bigger and longer and have a silver drip tip to them.
All right. Well, let me see if I can find those ones for you then instead.
I could find it on my site for you.
Mad Vapes. Yeah, I just picked the wrong link. Oh, that one's been moved.
Oh, I got it. Where are we now? Let me get back. Okay, I'm going to put the link in chat. Oh, okay, I put the link in chat.
Well, that's good. Yeah, give them the link too. But for the people who don't want to follow that right now, I'll just pop a little picture up with us.
Right. Those work really well. And I mean really well. Blown away. I put 10 tanks through this bitch already. 10 tanks.
Wow.
And it just keeps on working and working. I'm kind of pissed because I don't have any heads for them. I'm going to have to buy them. The heads on these are proprietary, so you'll have to buy Smoke Tech Arrow heads for them. But they work with the Arrow, the Tumbler, and what was the other one? There's another Smoke Tech Claramizer it works with.
Okay.
But I think this is an EVOD killer.
That good.
Oh, it's just great. I'm using this on a let me turn my camera on. You can see how beautiful the blue is. I'm using this on a Lava Tube 2 with that's in blue, and then the blue, of course, matching. It's just a simple setup, and this thing just rocks.
That is a new one. Carrie on the Vapes thinks I look like Phoebe Buffay with dark hair. No one has ever told me that before.
You want a Sigeli Baga? Go to VaporTech USA. Or who else has them? Is anybody selling the Baga in Canada?
Again, not that I know of yet. The real deal. I'm just not 100% sure if e-cig Vapes was doing the real ones. As for the clone, I don't think anything yet. Dread is selling them.
Okay. Well, then you go.
Is Dread a vendor?
Oh, the real Baga. Well, yeah, the real Baga is the goods. Which he was asking, I think, for the clone, which is made by Sigeli.
Mm-hmm.
VaporTech has them for like $25 a piece. Did I order any of those? I don't think I did. I'm gonna have to. Oh, it's so goodness. Did we go over the K100? Did you have the link for the? Did you have the picture ready for the crazy colored ones?
I do, as a matter of fact. I'm glad you asked. Let me bring those up for you.
Yeah, they went a little crazy with the paintbrush on these, don't you think?
A little bit. Although, you know, there's a few of the combinations I'm not that keen on, but the one I've got that's the most noticeable in this picture isn't bad. I don't mind the black, silver, and red. Let me share that with you guys. And you can all tell me what you think.
I should name this mod the Indecisive.
The Easter egg. There we go. So yeah, they've given the K100 a new look. There's that smooth portion of the tube in the middle now instead of having the rings all the way, and 3 colors.
And they also have them in solid colors too. I mean, you got all these like really ugly colors that everybody's saying. I actually think the red, black, and white one looks nice.
Yeah,
but
that
they actually have solid colors in this pattern too. They have a nice gray one. Do you have a link for that?
And it's just as subjective as juice, really, because some folks think they are downright ugly, and some are all excited about them.
I'm gonna go to your site and pull this off.
Thanks, I appreciate that, because actually when I'm screen sharing those pictures, I can't grab a link, or I'm messing up the picture.
Let me see if I can't find them for you. Older posts. There we go. Copy link. For those who want one of these, now when you go to this link and it takes you to FastTech, it's going to give you a plethora of different ones. There's a ton of them, so take a look.
Yeah, it's going to give you all the K100 options, so there's lots to choose from.
Now remember, this one does not come with a drip shield or a drip tip. Yeah. So just be wary. So when you get, it's just the mod. The other, if you have a K100 already, it'll fit.
K100 is Tiger? No.
What?
I'm not sure.
Oh, K100 is Tiger.
Tiger has a K100, but it's an old style.
Okay, so check those out. I think those are really neat. But we have something that FastTech did. We're waiting for FastTech to get the 134. When the FastTech, if they get the 134, it will be Anokin's head will explode.
More than likely.
But there is another Another really big mod that Fastech came out with, and before we continue, I want everybody to know why we're talking about Fastech and some of the other vendors. We're trying to keep this show international for international deals. There's only 1 or 2 vendors we know of that will allow us to say, buy this, and somebody in Germany, somebody in France, somebody in Russia, somebody in Canada, somebody in America can go and buy it, and it'll cost the same.
We love you guys in America. We love your vendors, but we're looking for equal opportunity impulse buying.
Right, and they are the cheapest. So, you know, we can't sit here and be like, you know, shop here and it's almost the cheapest. They are the cheapest. There is nobody cheaper, and if they are cheaper, you're waiting a month for shipping.
Mm-hmm.
That's the other big thing. You know, it's price and shipping time.
Yeah. Well, and this is probably a good time for my little value diatribe. And, you know, that is to say we're certainly not here to diss any vendors here on the continent, either north or south of the 49th parallel. The fact of the matter is value is made up of a lot of different factors. Price is only one of those. You also have to consider customer service, follow-up, speed of delivery. There's a number of different things. You have to decide what's most important to you on each purchase and act accordingly.
Right, and sometimes, you know, I look at some of the prices that the Canadian vendors have, and they're on par, but then all of a sudden there's this horrible shipping charge you have to pay. I mean, it's like $10. Like, you buy something for $10 and your shipping's $10. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, and the prices you have to pay. I mean, at least I get to I have cheap shipping here in the States, but it's it must be painful to pay what you guys pay for shipping down there. Up there, rather.
And unfortunately, that is just a fact of life. There's nothing we can really do about it. It's something the vendors have to deal with, and it's unfortunate. It does make it tough on them to compete because, you know, when you're having to pay that cost, you have to pass it through. And yeah, Canada Post has a heyday with that. And yeah, I've moved a couple things around on my screen here so that I'm not quite so limited about grabbing links. Let me grab a link for that that private V2 that went up. I'll share that back up in just a minute.
Now, when I'm looking at it, it does look different than the normal private V2. It looks. I have one here, I believe. Let me see. I'm right or wrong. Actually, yeah. Let me go check that out on you just to make sure I got the right one. Yeah. Let me just open my private V2.
Okay. Have fun with that. There we go.
Actually, looking at mine, do they have a picture of the bottom button?
Not too close up, but in some respects it's very reminiscent of the Sentinel clone.
Do they have is there writing on the bottom, or is it flat?
Now that I wouldn't be able to tell you without going right to their product page. Let's see. They do have the engraving on the bottom.
Oh, okay. All right, then it's my mistake. This looks pretty dead on the same. This could very well be the same people who make this make that one. I've been telling people it's a clone of a clone, but I could be wrong. Because I'm looking at mine. Hold on.
Well, let me just grab the screenshot of that bottom, and you tell us.
Go in color. This is. Oh, let's see here.
What do you think?
If you look at mine, it looks pretty much the same. Yeah, it looks exactly the same. Damn. So for $12, hold on, and let me show you the. I'm not liking the way that spring looks on that button. Actually, no. The spring does pop out a little bit. Huh. This is the bottom button on mine. So it's similar. It's exact. I'm saying it's the exact same thing. So $12. Go for it. It's half price.
In a lot of ways, some of the clone mods, like, I mean, you've seen me holding plenty of them. I've got the Sentinel clone here. I've got a K100 right here. You know, there's a Sigelia 19. I tend to kind of collect them. The Omega. But there is something to be said for quality. Somebody's just talking about the ProVary in there. And for sure, in a lot of cases, I think where these shine is if you're on a budget, you can afford one. Second thing is, if you take this out of the house, if you lose it, if you damage it, you're not going to have to lose sleep over it the way I know I would if it was a ProVary. The other thing is, for people who are looking to make the jump from, say, eco devices or variable wattage voltage devices, and they want to try out mechanical, straight mechanical, no wiring, do some rebuilding, it's a nice place to start. You haven't outlaid a whole lot of money, and then if you decide you do love it and you want a real quality device that hits harder, well, then you grab one of these.
You're absolutely right. I have probably I would say I have close to 50 mods. I had 45 of those 50 before I bought a ProVary. I bought a ProVary for build quality. The ProVary, there are many variable wattage mods out there that outperform the ProVary hands down. Without a doubt, perform better. However, the ProVary does what it says it's going to do, and it's going to last for a very long time. And it's extremely, extremely built very well. And I know that this will be around a lot longer than say my Vamo or a VMAX or whatever, or ZMAX. So I bought it to get me through the zombie apocalypse. Basically, I know this. I can drop it 500 times and it's not going to be a problem. Whereas if I drop my Vamo once, I got to kind of worry if something went wrong. So
now, Bill Boda is talking about the TVS. Did you got one of those? Did you, or am I thinking of Corey? Yeah, you.
Which one's a TVS?
TVS is the all brass. I'm just going to bring up a picture of it right now if I can. Oh yeah. Yeah, maybe not.
I did have the all brass. I gave it away in a show.
Oh, okay. So, what'd you think of it?
It's between the two, the mixed or the all brass. The mixed looks better. The all brass is way heavier. Built more solid. So it's a give and take.
Now, I thought the TVS, correct me if I'm wrong here, is only available in brass. Was that? You're thinking of the Sentinel?
Yeah, I am. The TVS is the Sentinel Part 2, I call it, because it looks just like the all brass Sentinel.
Very similar.
Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, this one here. This is the V3, which is the brass Sentinel, and then hold on, let me get the TVS. There's another one here. Yeah, the TVS looks just like almost like the Sentinel brass. It's just basically different shaped on the outside, but it basically looks like the same exact thing. It's actually cheaper now. They dropped the price on that.
Yeah, to $17.38. I'm just going to share that picture. There we go. Now you can all have a look. Oops. There's all the pieces. There's the two different battery configurations. Two of the different.
If these are anything like the all brass Sentinel, they're built very well.
That comes with the flashlight piece. Oh gosh, there's just been so many that have come out in such a short time.
That's the ugly square Vamo.
Yeah, you just hated that one. I think that's, for some reason, TKS is sticking in my mind. Let me see if I'm correct.
Oh, that thing is ugly.
Oh, I know. You just hated it. I think I'm going to get you one for Christmas just because.
And you're gonna put like a heart and flower wrap on it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna have one specially made that's all like girly tattoo art or something, and
Oh God.
kind of a little Ed Hardy-ish, but way weirder. And I'm mistaken. It's not TKS. Anybody got a better memory than me?
It's called ugly.
It's called. Oh man. Okay, fine. I'll go search it up. I'll find it. You just wait.
Oh, that thing is gross.
I need to get a memory like yours for these
The
shows
best,
to find
the,
all my own posts.
the best quality cologne. Wow.
Quality.
There's a lot of clones. You mean as far as
Yeah.
rebuildable? I mean, as far as a mechanical or
Yeah, narrow it down a
travelable?
little for us.
Mechanical. Sigali's been doing really well on some of the quality of their mechanicals. Believe it or not, I think the Smoke Tech Natural is a nice mechanical as far as build quality is concerned. The Sigali 8's pretty close. I just like Smoke Tech Natural's button better. Then you have the 13, which was good. Oh, there it is. Oh God, look at this thing.
It is the Tex MKS. And there's a link for you.
Oh God, that thing is just.
Well, it had to be square, Joe, because when you're using the flashlight, you don't want it rolling off the table. So now you can set it up and it stays put, shines on what you need.
Yeah, because all flashlights have square heads.
Well, yeah.
That thing looks like that looks like an old water pipe that's been like a building collapse. They had a lot of water pipes laying around, and they just turned them into mods. Man, that thing is ugly. But hey, I guess visual things are subjective too. Some people might love that.
Yeah.
It's like the hot dog and beer juice. People buy it just for how disgusting it is.
Oh, Zombill, I'm sorry if I missed it. I'm trying to basically produce and follow the chat, and sometimes I do miss things. Please just be patient. Okay. I don't have carpal tunnel. I will say, using it a lot might get tiring. There's some weight to this, no question about it. It is not as heavy, probably even as the Omega. The Omega has a lot of weight to it. I'm trying to figure it out now because the Omega has no atomizer on top, but the firing button is really easy. I think it probably it's going to depend how bad a sufferer and oh well, there you go. Necro Kursnek says he's in much more of a position of authority to speak on this. Says no problem. Has carpal, loves his polling.
Is that what we're calling it now? Poldy?
So I'm reading. Yeah, no, Necro Kursnek, you're right. It's not heavy, but there's some weight to it. Like compared to the Sentinel clone, this thing's featherweight. There's nothing to this. Whereas here, you feel like you got something in your hand, but it's not heavy. I'm just worried that somebody could get tired if they're experiencing pain, but you would know.
All right, I'm looking for. Oh yes, something else that Fastech has brought our way. Something new and revolutionary.
New and revolutionary?
Well, for Fastech.
Okay.
Okay. The hybrid.
Indeed. Oh man, it's been a short, long week. And yes, Necro, that's what's in my hand right now. I just love it. It is a great device. Let me see if I can get those hybrids up, because they're kind of pretty, kind of cute. You got a link?
Yeah, I'll get it in a second.
Awesome. You get the link, I'll get the picture.
Okay. And I got the link. All right, here you go. There's the link to the new Festech released a couple hybrids this last few days. The only two we can confirm that are real are the purple and blue ones. The silver ones are nothing more than Caravella clones and iAddies on top of them. So, but these were confirmed hybrids. They're cheap too. $33.45, and you can have your own Chinese hybrid. Are you getting one, Tiger?
I am really trying for you.
Listen, give me 1 second. I gotta let my cat out.
There we go. Let's just share this picture. There you go. I love the colors on these. Now, some people have been complaining that they're only an 1850 mod, but I think that would just be so cute. I mean, you can tell how small it's going to be. It's going to be an 18350. They give you measurements, but easy to carry. Yes, carry on the vape. Have I missed a question again? I'm just going back. Vape and Chevy. You're just trying to make me blush tonight again. And more colors. Asking for more colors. That was Dwig's 36. You know, I'm not guaranteeing, but I have seen them in other colors elsewhere. So be patient. You never know what's going to come. They're famous for introducing one or two of something, and then a few days later, bam, you get a whole color selection. So, you know, no promises, but keep watching.
Yeah, and they do that too with like packs. They'll come out with a pack of 7 and not have any singles, and all of a sudden, a couple days later, they'll have singles.
Yeah. For those of you who aren't already aware, I'm sure most of you are, you'll want to be following the blogs. Here's VaporJoe's Canada, and this is the original VaporJoe's blog. Make sure you're following both. There's options to follow by Twitter. If you're a Pinterest person, we're Pinteresting, and we're on Facebook as well. I'll share those groups as well.
And I'm going to give something I don't normally give out. Don't ask me why. I should.
Oh my.
Just give me 1 second. Probably sounds like a bunch of resources room.
Oh, sorry about that. I doubled that one up for you.
This is...
You go right ahead, Carrie, on the vape. I probably won't be able to check until after the show, but I'll get to it then.
This is the link to the VaporJoe's Android app. I don't normally put that out there. It does very well on its own, but I just wanted to link to it. It's just for Android right now. I'm working on an iPhone one, but Apple's a pain in the ass through their vetting system. So that's the Android app in the App Store. It doesn't cost anything. I'm getting one ready for VaporJoe's Canada. And when that goes live, I'm going to hope that me and Tiger can really be different in our deals. A lot of times we put up the same deals because they're great, but so people can take advantage of both apps and they won't have some of the same products on it. But our communication sometimes, I stay up late, she stays up late, but I'm up way after she is because she is a kid. And I'll be putting up a deal, and then she'll be like, "Hey, did you see that deal that just popped up?" Or vice versa, and oh, it's already up.
I scheduled that to run in 2 hours, and he's just putting it up. Don't you dare! So yeah, some days it's a race, but we have a good time.
But some of the deals are worth pimping on both blogs because they're good. Like an example would be this hybrid. It's
Yeah,
really,
for sure.
really, it's just really fun. Somebody said they're waiting for Android 4.3. I have it on my new Nexus. I updated the other Nexus with it. You don't really see a difference.
The Poldiac, the only place I'm aware of that you can get them is directly from the source. That's in Greece, Vapors. I'll put that link in the chat for you now. There we go. And they have a whole line of them, different combinations of steel and brass and polished and brushed, and so you can kind of customize it to your liking. The other thing that's super cool about this, and I haven't done this before, but, well, I mean, I have. I just haven't done it on camera. I'm going to show you how this actually works. This mod can be reconfigured to be a bottom button as well. I've got it in the normal configuration with the button on top. You can take it apart. There are extra parts that need to be used that come with it, and you could reconfigure this so that it's a bottom button. Kind of cool. But check this out. This is the neat part. For those of you a little bit familiar, you'll have heard people talk about the pants and the shirt. Well, you'll see the shirt, which is that piece on top surrounding the button, is brass on this. That can be swapped out. These are the pants. To give you an idea, that's a tube that slides off. This is actually the battery tube, but this piece is totally replaceable and totally interchangeable. So you can get extra tubes. You can get shorter tubes. This is all 18650. You can get shorter tubes as well, so you can use different battery sizes. Basically, you can customize this totally to your liking and change the look of it every week.
Oh, cool. Very cool. I'm jealous. So do you want to tell them about the man who was trying to stop your Poldiac from reaching Canada?
I swear, Joe was absolutely convinced that there must have been some guy following UPS around, slashing tires, and I don't know what was going on.
Sucking gas out, and it was insane. Every day I talked to her, there was like another catastrophe at UPS.
Well, there was a problem. The order was placed by Corey, and he's out in Saskatchewan. I'm out in Western Canada in BC. And unfortunately, the addressing information got a little bit snarled up. The address that Vapors submitted to UPS was half of mine and half of his. So they were a little confused about where it was going, and UPS was under the impression it was going to Saskatchewan. Now, in Vapors' defense, they were very apologetic and willing to work with us and do whatever it took to set it right. As it turns out, we did manage to straighten it out with UPS, so we dealt with it that way. But I got a call 2 days after it shipped, not even 2 days after it shipped, that it was in Saskatchewan, and they wanted to know my correct address there. And I kind of laughed. I said, well, you can look for me in that city all day and you won't find me because I'm out in BC. So we had a good laugh. We corrected the addressing information, and then after that, it took them a full 9 days to get 2 provinces over to me. Under 2 days from Greece to Saskatchewan via Germany and 2-3 places in the United States, and 9 days from Saskatoon to the lower mainland. It was unbelievable. I spent a long time on the phone with UPS last week, and at one point I had to resort to offering to draw them a map in crayon, but it finally got here. And seeing as you asked, I should share the other picture. This just about made me sick to my stomach.
Oh, yeah.
When it did finally show up, here is what I dumped out of the plastic mailer bag. I could have died. Canada Customs got their little filthy mitts on this, and Vapors packages brilliantly. They package the Poldiac inside a cloth bag to protect it from scratches, and then the cloth bag sits inside 2 cutout pieces of wood that protect it totally during shipping. It's all taped up. Nothing can happen. I swear you could probably back a truck over it and it would be fine. Canada Customs pulled it all apart. All that black stuff you see there is the drawstring thread that's been shredded from catching on the wood and the tape. And that's how they saw fit to put it back in the bag to send it on to me. I could have wrung someone's neck.
Yeah, I thought she was going to flip out. There was a vein that was ready to burst somewhere, and I had hers. But you know what? It survived. That's all that matters.
Yes, I was most relieved. I was pretty sick when he handed me that envelope because it did not feel right. I rushed to the kitchen, tore it open, had a look at that, and I can't even tell you how relieved I was to find not one scratch. And as soon as we got a battery in and fired it up, it was all good. So, whew.
Yeah. So, what do you know what? Let's do some futuristic stuff here. Let's talk about the future of where mods are going and what you think. I know I didn't talk to you about this earlier, but this is something I wanted to talk about.
All right, let's do it.
I had mods in the vaping community go in waves. We go from voltage, then we went into, well, first it was mechanicals. Before it all was mechanicals. Then you had the GGs and stuff. Then it went variable voltage, variable wattage. Now we're back to mechanicals again. And now it looks like people don't want to bring back anything, but they're changing the mechanicals up into making them look really pretty. With the mixed and the mixed. I'm calling it a mixed summer because it seems like every mechanical coming out right now is mixed. What do you think? Where do you think the next? I know I'm putting you on a spot here, but
Totally.
What do you think the next style of mod is? What's left? You have any idea?
I think the next thing we're going to start, and we're already starting to see it, is there has been some quiet clamoring for 26650 mods, more in that, and we're starting to see that there's a hybrid coming out that we talked about a little bit, and I've heard some others clamoring for mechanicals that take a 26650. Yeah, bigger battery mods. There it is, right there.
I've been trying to get this through China's head, even though I don't have their ear. Make a Congestus clone. Just make a dual 26650 mechanical, or a telescopic down to one.
Even a single, I think, would make a lot of people happy and have less repercussion possibilities. We don't want anybody blowing themselves up.
Well, 26, there's no real difference. I mean, it's just MAW ratio.
Granted.
But I think that's the next big thing will be 26650 mods. I'm with you on that. And
well, Bill Boda, it's interesting what you're saying. The 18650s are getting better and better, more MAW. MAW isn't the whole story. And especially with this trend towards crazy and extreme. Oh, we've lost Joe. He'll be back. He knows his way back. He always leaves a trail of peanuts. We're seeing a trend towards this extreme low-ohm vaping. MAW isn't the whole story. What you're looking for is high amp. You want to get a battery that you know is going to be able to perform that kind of output without stressing it. The 18650s, they are let's bring Joe back. There you are.
Whoopsie, sorry about that.
No problem. They are a Panasonic battery. The CGR 18650CHs. I'm going to grab you a link for that. They are rated to 10 amp. And they're pretty much all I use in my mechanicals that I'm going to put any kind of stress on. And I don't even really typically do a sub-ohm build. Maybe as low as 0.9. I've been talking about, building myself a 0.7 dripper. Mostly, I'm shooting for 1 ohm.
Yeah, some people are saying MNKE. From my knowledge, all MNKE batteries are already 2 years old.
Yeah, that's been what I've been told as well, that if you're looking at MNKE, or you're buying a battery that's been on the shelf for quite some time because they haven't been in production.
Yeah, they haven't made them in years.
Yeah.
So if you have an MNKE, you're just buying an old battery. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that they're old. If you want, believe it or not, if for 26650s, the eFest makes a 26650. Believe it or not, and they're very good. I get them for like $8.99. Molly Cell, of course, up in Canada. You're famous for the Molly
That's
Cell.
right. Up here in Maple Ridge, Molly Cell makes a really good, it's a 26700. Now, it will still work in most of those applications. That one is performing very well and impressing the people who know a lot more about batteries than I do. So,
Does AW make? I don't think AW makes a 26650.
not to my knowledge, Joe. If you're interested in those mollies, I think the only place right now to get them is JR Custom Turning. I'm going to give you that link as well.
Yeah, somebody brought up the Sony 30 amp. I bought a set of the Sony 30 amps. They're really good. From what I'm hearing, everybody's saying they're holding up to the stress. So they're rated for 30 amps. They are 30 amps. On the mollies, they're 40 amp, right? Amp limit?
Oh, shoot. You know what? I am just not sure. And I see that Corey has come into the room, so I'm going to defer the question to him because he's way more knowledgeable about those than I am.
Yeah, I think the mollies are 40 amp.
Just bear with him. He might be on his phone. And welcome, Corey. How are the travels going? I hope you're enjoying your time away. Although I suppose probably you're tired after all the driving. Yeah, and the Sony 30 amp Jay has referred to 40 amps. Yeah, you're dead on, Joe. So if you're vaping and you are pulling anywhere near 40 amps, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, but these are 26700s. They'll fit a 26650, but so they're not an 18650. People are like, wow. You got a 26700 battery that has the 40 amp load.
Mm-hmm.
God, we're such geeks. It's fucking 2 in the morning on a Saturday, and we're talking about 40 amps on a battery. What the fuck is wrong with us? Honestly, think about it. We are just fucking geeks over here.
Totally, but I'm going to have to get one more battery link because Jay referred to them, and that's that Sony 30 amp they've come out with now. So that's I'm not going to go out on a limb and recommend them personally at this point because I still don't know that much about them. But again, they seem to be impressing the people who do know more. So you might want to check that out. There we go.
Yeah, the 30 amp batteries by Sony. Those are nice. They did not come in a battery case.
Oh, and Darkside's vaping on one now.
They're only batteries from Fastech I bought that never came with battery case. Somebody said they're only 1600 mAh. Well, there's a reason for that.
And that's what we were talking about. mAh isn't the whole story. Everybody's looking for these higher and higher and higher mAh ratings. It's a trade-off, and especially if you're going down into the sub-ohms, you're much better off looking at your amp limit than the mAh.
Yeah, amp rating is more important. There was a picture going around. The battery blew up in a K100. It was all over Facebook because somebody's doing sub-ohms with a battery that's not rated for the amps.
Yeah.
The battery looks like it just completely vented. The mod was black.
And
looked like it blew right off it.
While we're at it and talking about batteries, I've just got to say it again because even if there's one person in the room that didn't know this, or it's a good reminder for them, it's worth saying. There was another story on Facebook this week about a battery blowing up in a guy's pocket. It shorted out, sort of, burned his pocket. He fortunately wasn't hurt before he got the situation under control. But he was talking about carrying this battery in his pocket, and it wasn't only a few comments in before somebody asked the right questions. What else was in your pocket? He had loose change in there. You cannot do this. Batteries do not coexist in a pocket with loose change, keys, anything metal. Whenever you've got something metal in there, you have the possibility of shorting out your battery, dead short. You want to be carrying them appropriately, carry them in a battery case, carry them in something insulated, something that will not let anything close a circuit.
Right.
So careful,
yeah, is that
careful,
a
careful.
Battery in your pocket? Well, that's a whole other.
Is that a battery in your pocket, or are you just really happy to see me? On fire.
Oh, I love that DNA 20 mod. It's one of my favorites. So,
Oh, Max says no, it's my mod. Must be a telescoping mod. Haha.
So yeah, somebody was talking about the Ricardo mod.
Jay, go ahead and post that link. Sorry, Joe, I just wanted to give him the go-ahead. Yeah, post the link. Cloud Chasing Dangers.
Somebody wants to know, thinking about getting a DNA 20. DNA 20 mods are great if they're made right. I got mine from DZ Nuts. This only cost me $90, but I gave him the DNA 20, so figure about 130, 140 bucks. It's a very, very well built mod. It's really nice.
Jay got a Hannah. How do you like it, Jay?
Yeah, they work nice. I mean, the battery life on these things are incredible. I mean, I can charge this in 3 days.
They're asking how many amps is that?
I don't know. I'll tell you why, because I have no reason to know. I don't rebuild. But it knocks out anything I put on it, you know.
Any cardo you put on it?
Hey, I remember when dual coil cartomizers were the
Oh, Joe, I have to interrupt you. I'm really sorry. Vaping Chevy, I'm so sorry. Go do what you got to do and keep us posted. I hope that turns out better than it sounds right now. Wish her the best.
Oh, sorry about that. MVP versus SVD versus Vamo, who wins? Oh man. Well, I'll defer to Tiger because she owns all three. No, she doesn't own SVD.
I don't own an SVD, but I have heard a little bit about them. They're a good mod, no question, and the comments are rolling in SVD. They're supposedly a really solid, good, working, reliable mod. But you're comparing three things that, in my opinion, it's not comparing apples and bicycles, but it is comparing apples, oranges, and cherries. So you got to figure out what's important to you. The MVP is so handy. I didn't think I liked box mods. I was wrong. This thing's cool. It's 2600 mAh, so it just lasts forever. I love taking it out with me. I love that when I take it out with me, if my phone, which is always dead, needs a charge, I can charge it from this. That's kind of cool to me. Variable voltage, and you know, I don't tend to use a rebuildable on here right now. I've got an EVOD sitting on it, and you know, for a clearomizer, basically, I'm getting a great vape off this. So if that's important to you, then you want the MVP. Now, the Vamo, the reason I would separate it from the other two is price point. The Vamo is cheap. I mean, you can pick one up for under 30 bucks, and they're a workhorse. Not as nice as the SVD, but the price reflects that too. So It kind of depends how much of a commitment you want to make. If you know you want a variable wattage, variable voltage device, and you want to spend a little more, I think the SVD is what you're looking for. If variable voltage is enough and you want something handy, you love the idea of being able to charge your phone and iPod, you don't want to charge it very often, I'd say the MVP. If cheap is king, grab a Vamo.
I have all three. Well, I'm wrong. Somebody has my MVP now, but I've owned all three. I would say if you're gonna buy your first variable voltage mod, I would definitely go with an MVP. Only because it is built so well. It's just a big square piece of iron. It's out of all three, I think it's built to like if you were to drop any of them, the MVP would last. It's simple. It has a huge battery capacity, and it's just easy.
Yeah.
Now,
it also works as a pass-through. So if you do manage to run it down and you're just, you know, itching for a vape and you don't have anything else handy, you just plug it in and keep going.
Right. And then the other thing is, all right, the SVD is great, but to me, SVD is something I wouldn't take out with me. I keep it at home. I have one here. I have a Tatrow tank on it. It's just kind of clunky. It's built very well, but I just wouldn't want to throw this big bitch in my pocket. It
You'd be
works,
really happy to see someone, eh?
and then the VAMO, it works well. The wattage on it, everything works well on the SVD. Now, as far as the VAMO, well, the VAMO is like a $2 hooker. It works. It is. It's like a $2 hooker.
And it just keeps working.
It just keeps working. I've had my VAMO forever, and this thing just keeps going and going. It's not the prettiest looking thing. I stack 18350s in this. I've never had a problem with mine. So if you were gonna say, okay, what's my first tube mod? I would say get a VAMO. My first box mod or first. And the other thing is with an MVP, it's so portable. It's perfect to go out with because if that battery is green, you will always have enough battery life to do what you need to do. And it's easy to go in your purse, your pocket, your top pocket, whatever. It works great.
Now, for those of you who are local in Canada and would like to get your hands on an SVD, I'm going to share a link that is local. You won't have to wait as long. And that's for CEV store. Let's see if I can get this right. That is for the SVD here in Canada. And he's currently got a special on that. That's the starter kit you're getting there. Regular price $99.95. It's on for $79.95. Now, if you're shopping at CEV, you also need to know about this. This will save you 10% off your order.
Now, is that for the express kit or the kit?
Now, you know what? I am
Express kit is mod only.
Mod only? No, this includes 2 iClear 30s with the rotatable drip tips, the 3 extra coils, the beauty ring, the short telescopic tube to fit the 18350. Nice. And the long telescopic tube.
Right. That's the big boy. That's the one that Nokin wants to charge, wants the vendors to charge $99 for.
Oh, okay. Well, shh, don't tell Nokin.
No, that's a good deal. I remember, in the co-ops when they first came out, the SVDs were in the co-ops for $60. So that's a great deal, especially for local. Okay, let's see. I gotta put something in this VAMO. Now that we're talking about the VAMO, my VAMO died on me.
Oh.
Gotta get a new battery.
Mine's working. I got myself a vapor skin for this one, courtesy of Joe.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, this little birdie helped me out with a little code to get a leopard print VAMO. It's the wild VAMO.
See, now I have my vapor skin here. Here's my vapor skin.
The box mod that was shorting out and burning up is the groove. If anybody offers you a groove, make sure it's not one of the shiny metal ones. They weren't properly insulating, and all you had to do was drop it to have it go thermal.
Yeah, that was dangerous. The funny thing about that is when they said, "Hey, please mail them back to us," so they become mail bombs.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Okay.
Oh, big bamboo. Let's have a look at that coil.
Everybody's showing their coils off tonight.
Oh, pretty. Okay, well, you know what? I got no other picture on screen right now. Let's share that. There we go. Ain't she pretty? Nice job. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Big Bamboo.
Big Bamboo.
Oh, we got lots of show and tell here tonight. Now Vape Dude's got a photo for us.
Vape Dudes?
Well, I'm not sure. Vape Dude, are you Vape Dude's Vape Dude?
Well, Vape Dudes is a juice maker.
Okay.
A very good juice maker at that.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did know that. I have some. Now, I don't remember the exact name of the juice. Please forgive me, but it is a screaming hot cinnamon that right lives up to its name. Oh, we've got charms. Do you want to be? Well, you shared it. You shared it, so I'm sharing it too.
The blue honey and black honey from Vape Dudes is some of the best juice I've ever vaped in my life. It is so good.
There we go. There's been a lot of charms and basically mod bling coming available lately, so there's a fine example of it right there. That's a neat case.
Oh, that is nice.
Leather wrap, okay.
Incredible.
Yeah, it looks good. And what's it on? Oh, a lot of interest. They on the Provari. They all want to know where to get one. Better have a link handy.
Can you believe it's unless we've only been doing this an hour and a half?
I know. It's already 17 after 11. Shall we stretch to the bottom of the hour and call it done? Okay, so another 13 minutes of done deals.
Another 13 minutes of Tiger's what's the word? Angelic voice. That's such a nice voice. I'm telling you, she's. No, I'm not gonna go there because I'll sound dirty.
Oh my!
You would not believe how many people talk about your voice, Tiger.
It sounds different in my head. I don't know.
It sounds great to mine.
Hey Vash, when did you sneak in?
God, I think Vash is here. What's going on, buddy? Okay. I'm looking around right now.
Oh, and that reminds me, I have to see who's in the list here. Okay.
No. What I want to know is what's up with Fast taking this goddamn piece of acrylic? All their pictures.
Yeah, I actually referred to that in one of my posts. They've started doing that, I guess, because so many, especially eBay vendors, are stealing their photos to advertise their products and reselling and sometimes not even, sourced from them. So they've started including this cutout piece of acrylic that says Fast Tech. So in the pictures, you'll end up with a part of a clear F or a part of a clear H, and it annoyed me when I was laying out pictures for the blog this week. So I made a snide comment about ugly acrylic F sold separately. But
yeah, I'm looking at that gold project.
Good morning to Israel, Stan FR1. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know how to put the names together. I'm assuming it's Stan Robert. Okay, well, there we go. No. Oh, stuck sitting in the hotel room on the hotel internet.
On the internet. Now, I'm sorry, but I'm looking at this Pro Tank, and I definitely know it's not Kangaroo, and I'll explain to you why. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it first.
Okay.
You'll see why. It's kind of funny.
Ugly acrylic, where Vash is asking. It's in the Fast Tech pictures. If you go to Fast Tech now, a lot of their product pictures, they're incorporating this little prop that they've built for themselves so that their pictures are harder to steal.
Okay, if you would put me on the big screen for a second.
I can figure out how to do that. Let's actually let's just stretch it. There we go.
Now, is it me? Now look at that glass tank. Tell me what's wrong with that glass tank.
It's not recessed inside the metal, and that's what baffles me. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah, it looks like it's ready to fall off. Like it's like bowed out. It's like broken.
Yeah,
It looks like it's too fat. Like it's too fat for the base, right?
yeah.
Or
I'm a little baffled about that one myself.
yeah, that's definitely not a Kanger tank. I'll just tell you that right now. I can also tell by the head it's not a Kanger tank.
It's
But
bad made glass. Someone saying.
it's China glass.
And Brian, the edges are curved. I mean, from the way the picture looks, that could be a possibility. I'm afraid it's just one of those things we're not going to know for sure until someone has one in hand. So it's a race. Who
Yeah, they
who's
really
going to
they
grab the
really need
first
to.
one and let us know? Let us
I
know
already
what's
bought one.
what.
I already bought one.
All right. Well, they
So
seem they seem to get to you rather quickly, so.
yeah, everybody says to me, "Oh, they know what you do." That's what bullshit. It's it's San Francisco for the states. If it gets past San Francisco fast, you'll get your stuff quick. A lot of times it
Mm,
sits in San Francisco for like 4 days.
hmm. Buds says there's only a $10 difference. And on which product is that, Buds? Is that on the SVD kit? Because if there's only a $10 difference, then, you know, it makes you think twice and three times about waiting that long. It might make it just easier. Grab it local. And then if you do have any problems, you've got the backing of a great vendor behind you.
Right. That's the other thing. You got to worry about a warranty. Now, Fastech does offer a very generous warranty, up to 6 months on everything, on
Hmm.
most things.
But
However,
you're dealing with China.
that's it. That's the next thing. Do you want to, Now, I've heard, some people had serious issues with Fastech, and it was fixed quickly. Smokey had they sent him the wrong battery. He had to take a picture of the battery he sent, and they sent him a pack of 2 new batteries. So, some people have good experiences. Some people have bad experiences. I had a bad experience with Fastech today because I bought these. These are those These are those mini Vivinova tanks for $2.40. Okay,
Oh, okay.
they vape like they're
They
they vape
vape
like
like
they're
they're
$2.40. Yeah,
$2.40.
yeah. But you live and learn. For $2.40, I'm taking a chance.
Yeah, well, and now we know.
Uh, again, whatever. GEHENGEHIS. Wants to know how many days from Fastech to me. Usually 8 days.
And that's baffling because that's even quicker than me, and I'm West Coast. Like, it's got to come right past me to get to you. Mind you, you're in the States, but I have no complaints with Fast Tech. I've been pleased with my orders, and it's not an unreasonably long wait. Considering it's overseas and China Post isn't that quick. I'm satisfied, but like I said earlier, price is only one aspect of value.
Tiger, why don't you grab oh, you know what? I'll do it. I
Oh,
want to talk
fine,
about
you do it.
I want to talk about our last deal. We talked about this already, but I got mine in, so
Which one? Which one? Let me grab a picture for you.
it's just the twists.
Oh,
Paper.
okay. I will bring that
Um,
up and you can talk about it.
I gotta find your twist. Oh, hold on. I have to find your thingy. All right, hold on. Twisted. There we go.
Get twisted.
Okay, here we go. My moderator will fall off the damn thing. Huh. All right, so I'm gonna put a link in the room in just 2 seconds.
And I will put a picture in the room in 2 seconds. See who's quicker.
Okay, here we go. Here's the link to Ego Twists. I just got my Ego Twist from Fastech 2 days ago.
And
There's the link for it. They are exactly the same thing as build quality and as well. I can't say build quality because I haven't dropped it yet, but in my hands, it feels just like a Joy Ego C Twist. There's
okay,
no
well,
difference.
Joe, in the interest of science, let's throw one on the floor.
Oh, Sahil's here.
Saya, welcome.
These work phenomenal. The only difference between these and the Joy is it does not have the Joy logo on the bottom of the base. If you ever want to know if your twist is a real Joy twist, you have to see that on the bottom of the button. Let me just wait for it to get on. You see that little logo right there? That means it's Joytech.
You're in gray,
not
Joe. It's harder to see. You just refuse to turn on your color.
Yes, I do. Uh, they are fantastic. They work phenomenal. Even the button's the same color. They feel perfect in the hand. For $12, these things are a freaking steal. If you were looking to get a twist, buy that twist. They're really good.
And we ran those actually on the 26th of July as a little sneak preview. Let me sneak preview here if I can figure out how to do that. I actually have them scheduled. They'll be going up soon. Watch the Vapor Canada blog, but in the meantime, know that they've now come out with 900 and 650 mAh in the twists as well as the 1100s. So you've got lots of options. If you didn't want to take one of those great big 1100s out with you, have it sticking way out of your pocket.
Somebody said it was a small can. That's not a small can. That's a normal can of soda.
It's a normal can. It's a big hand. But yeah, they've got the 950s and 900s and 650s as well.
Now, oddly, the 900s and the 1100 mAhs are the same price. So it's a matter. Oh no, it's $1 cheaper for the 900.
There's a very slight difference. Yeah, the difference between the mAh values is slight, but.
If it's your only twist, I'll say this: if you're gonna buy your first Ego twist, I may suggest to go to a local vendor and pick up a Joy twist, only because they'll last forever. I have my first Joy batteries, the ones I started vaping on. They still work great. But if you were looking to, if you have a ton of mods and you just want one to throw in your pocket, because this is the setup I use to go out with. It's just a twist in the T3 or Evada, just chuck it in my pocket. It's 1100 mAh. It's gonna last me for what I'm gonna gotta do. Gotta go to the bank or go food shopping or something. That's the way I like to my portable vapes. I do not take mods out when I go. But Tiger has a mod. Well, she has a purse, so she can take anything she wants.
Well, these days it's the MVP all the time. And yeah, Chess, mine as well. I've had that Ego twist I just showed you guys for, let's see, it's going on 8 months now, maybe even getting into 9, and no problems. Now, this doesn't get everyday use anymore. It used to, but it never lets me down.
Yep. And Joy products aren't fickle with the chargers. I've noticed some of those knockoff Eco batteries. Here's an example. Here's one of I buy all kinds of retarded Eco batteries from Fastech. I mean, I bought probably like 10 or 12 different batteries. Here's another one right here. Mm-hmm. This is just a regular 650 mAh. No, I'm sorry, 900 mAh. But I bought it because it's got the dumb light on the bottom. It's just cool. This thing costs $5. It works great. Problem with it, the threading inside's a little wonky, so I can really only use it with claromizers. It doesn't like 510.
Right. And Jay, I mean, you've got a point. The Polyak is a beautiful device, but there is a place for other devices too. For example, I don't want to take this when I'm out walking in the stroller and have it in the cup holder and bounce out when my little guy decides to rock the whole thing. That's a good place for a cheap mechanical mod, like some of the $12 and $17 options we've been talking about tonight, where if it does, fall to the pavement and something terrible happens, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it.
I dread you dropping a Polyak.
Oh no! Well, this baby doesn't go out of the house.
That's true. He's right, Jeff. I answered that question a while ago. I didn't even think about it. Yeah, I'll put a 510 on. Okay, so it is 2:30. Another episode of Done Deal.
And 13 minutes has flown by. So we thank everybody for joining us, and hope you got some great ideas, some great deals. And anything else you want to say, Joe? Before
Yes.
we
Before
call
you
it a
guys
night?
leave. Before you guys leave. Let me go to Facebook real fast.
Are you going to share the group?
Yes.
Oh, because I was about to do that.
Do you
So
have a
there we
Mac
go.
Road?
I sure do.
Oh, well, Mac Road,
Always.
baby. Mac
Join
Road,
the
baby.
Done Deal group. And
I love you too, Sahil.
if you miss something that you want to see again, we will have the replay of the show available there, linked shortly.
Yes, go.
Tomorrow at the very latest. So
Yeah, join Done Deal. It's a good place. We post all our deals there, and we talk about the show. And I put really spooky screenshots of Tiger in there, and it's really fun.
let's just say I'm too smart to try blowing smoke rings anywhere I can be screenshotted anymore. Not flattering. Just not flattering.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next week.
Talk to you guys later.